What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. So we're gonna watch and react to this absolutely hilarious interview between this so-called I guess she's running for Congress. She is a liberal activist, and she's gonna do this interview with NewsNation. And this guy is going to be absolutely mind-blowing with the amount of delusion that this woman is going to display. It's almost like these people live in a completely different reality than most of us normal people. So she's going to expose herself with a bunch of lies here in this interview, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. But let's not waste any time and get into this video.
You said that J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson need a history lesson. I'd like to give you one. When masked men are deployed by an executive figure into our streets, when they are kidnapping people, entire families, naked, zip tying their hands and throwing them into U-Haul trucks, they're usually not the good guys. And in fact, it doesn't usually end well for anyone involved. I personally would call that the secret police.
Okay, well, you can call it whatever you want. As far as we understand it, ICE is following the law. You may not like the law,
but they are not.
But it is the yes.
They are not.
Yes,
Here's the thing, Leland. We just had a press conference this Friday where we demanded transparency, accountability, and safety. The transparency aspect.
You can demand whatever you want, Kat. You can demand whatever you want. You hold on. No, because you just said something that's not true.
The law requires that we are allowed to, that elected officials can inspect these facilities, but ICE hasn't let them do that. Why?
Yes.
Why not? If they're following the law, no, they have not.
Yes, they have. Yes,
no, they haven't. This is a continual issue. You can say yes, they have, but it doesn't make you right.
I have some of your talking points here,
yes,
including one
yes,
of them
they have. See, the problem. Yes, they have. The problem is that these Democrats were just showing up unannounced, without appointments, and demanding that they be let in. You can't do that. Nobody can do that in any facility, whether it be federal or local. You can't just go up to your local county jail and demand that you see a prisoner without making an appointment, without anything, right? You can't just pop up there. This is absolutely insane. That's what the Democrats were doing. They were literally just showing up and demanding that they let be in these facilities without giving no heads up to anybody.
No, I want you to, hello, Congresswoman Waters. I just came to use my congressional authority to check on David.
Ma'am, our lobby is securely now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public affairs office.
I need to get in.
What are you hoping to do, Congresswoman?
I just want to see David Werter. Right.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter the...
Normally, yes.
What is happening here?
Well, there were some of the authorities, I don't know who they were, and I'm trying to get in to see David Werter, who they have arrested. He is the head of SEIU local union here. I don't know why he was targeted. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know whether they're going to deport him. I want to report back to my caucus about what's happening, but they have...
But see, you notice you don't see any more clips of that, right? You don't see any more clips of Democrats just showing up to these facilities and not being let in because they realize that, hey, maybe we shouldn't just pop up. Maybe we shouldn't make appointments. But have you seen any videos of them showing up to an appointment and not being let in? No, because it does not exist, right? These people are insane. This woman is she's a lunatic.
That you're upset that people who have shown up with medication for their loved ones have not been allowed in. The law is pretty clear. You can show up to prison. I can show up to a prison and demand to see my loved one inside and deliver medicine. They're not going to let me in there either. And if I try to push my way in, I'm going to get arrested. I'm wondering why you all think that because you're protesting ICE, that you somehow have special privileges.
I love how these two totally separate things you just mentioned are completely different. These are families that I have watched who have been told by ICE to bring medication, life-saving medication, to their loved ones. It is a processing center, so people aren't supposed to be there for more than 12 hours at a time, and they are tear-gassed.
Why do you think that somebody protesting ICE has any more rights than anybody else? If I go stand in front of the FBI office and try to block an FBI agent from leaving, I get arrested. It's pretty simple. Why should those rules not apply to you?
I don't think any of us have more rights than anyone else, but I think we have rights. I think we have the First Amendment, which I thought conservatives liked, but I guess not. Honestly, the reason I'm on this show is to let people know, let people that are watching your show, what is happening. I am a 5 foot tall, 110-pound woman who has been thrown by ICE 3 separate times,
Okay.
just existing. One of which I was trying
No,
to
you
help
weren't
someone
you weren't
not
just
get
existing.
run over
You
by a
weren't
car.
just existing.
She wasn't just existing. And I'll show you that with these 2 clips right here. Check this out.
With liberation! Down, down with deportation! Up with liberation!
Up with liberation!
Down, down with deportation!
Down, down with deportation!
Up with liberation! Shame! Fucking fascist pig! Coward!
So you be the judge. Was this woman just existing? Was she just living her life, being a law-abiding citizen, and out of nowhere, ICE just comes up and grabs her and throws her to the ground? Is that what you guys just seen? Was she just existing? Was that what happened? I don't think so. You were obstructing, right? That's the difference that these people don't understand between obstruction and free speech. You can go out there and protest and voice your opinion as much as you want to, anywhere. But the minute that you obstruct, you get in the way of federal vehicles like this woman just did that you just seen in this video, then no, that is not free speech. You're literally obstructing justice at that point. You're getting in the way of federal law enforcement agents. I mean, that is a crime. Nobody can do that, whether you're against ICE or not. You cannot just get in the way of law enforcement doing their job. And these are laws that have been on the books for years that these people, they weren't crying about changing the laws when Democrats were in power, right? Because these same laws existed. The difference is just that Trump is enforcing these laws. That's the difference. He didn't create these new laws, these new immigration laws. There's not a new immigration law. He's enforcing the current immigration law that exists that Democrats refused to enforce and also refused to get rid of, right? If they didn't like these laws so much, why did they not get rid of them when they were in power? It doesn't make any sense. But you let me know, was this woman just existing? She was just living her life when she got thrown by ICE? Come on, man. Like, these people just continuously lie after lie after lie.
You weren't just existing. You were trying. You weren't just existing. You were trying. You were trying to block. You were trying to block federal agents or assist those who are.
I was trying to keep someone from getting
maybe
run
if the
over
person
by a
wasn't
van.
standing in front of.
So she just admitted. She just admitted that she was obstructing. She just said it. She said, "I was trying to prevent someone from getting in a van or something like that." You literally just admitted to obstruction. Go back.
We're trying to block federal agents or assist those who are.
I was trying to keep someone from getting
maybe
run
if the
over
person
by a
wasn't
van.
standing in front of. Maybe if the
Or
person
getting ran
wasn't
over by a
standing in front
van.
of federal
Oh my
agents,
God.
that wouldn't be a problem.
Look, you can talk over me all you want, but I want people to know this is what's happening on the ground. And you have rights.
What's
and I
happening?
know that things that
I'm
we're
still
being tear
confused.
gassed, that people are being taken from their homes. ICE agents repelled from Black Hawk helicopters and arrested naked children in the middle of the night.
No, they didn't. That's been completely debunked. That's been completely debunked.
Literally has not. I have
Yes, it
watched
has.
a little girl be detained. I watched it with my own eyes.
No kids were zip-tied.
I have
They just
watched
weren't. Okay.
a child be detained with my own eyes.
Okay.
No,
And
she
I
has
just
not.
think
She
they're
has
very-
not. And this has been debunked once again with this viral video that has been circulating. Check this clip out.
So I'm gonna need you to explain it to me like I'm 10. I want you to really break this down to me like I'm 10 years old and tell me why ICE agents zip tying black babies in Chicago, because I can't for the life of me understand why this happened. Why was this necessary? These are black babies, American citizens living in Chicago, but ICE agents are zip tying them because they pose a threat to who? They are a danger to what? I need you to explain this to me like I'm 10.
Hey, so all right, so apparently my video yet going viral again, saying that ICE is detaining kids. So they're using that picture, which is my video of me and my son playing cops and robbers. Literally, this is us. It's just crazy. Like, the link, people will push shit in this lie on the internet, and I'm just lost for fucking words. But if y'all don't know, me, myself, and my son, we live in Texas. We don't live in Chicago. Me and my son playing Costa Robbers. Got a whole series on my page. I'm trying to figure out why people lying to make it political. Don't fucking know, but it's sick as hell. And y'all need to find Jesus.
There you go. Another lie. So she told 2 bold-faced lies in a 5-minute video. A lie that she said that she just got thrown on the ground by ICE because she was just existing. And then now she just said that kids are being zip-tied by ICE. And the video that they showed you was fake. It was used for propaganda. There's no video of any kids being detained and zip-tied by ICE. Why don't they show us? But they'll pull up a fake one and try to spread their agenda. I mean, this is insane.
Out there, but if you're watching this, this will come for you eventually, and it will hurt your loved ones. And we all deserve our rights.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think there's an important question.
I think you could disagree with me because you are.
I think everybody deserves their rights. But my question is this: speaking of rights, and just in terms of being interested in what's best for Chicago, I used to live there. I love the city. I met my wife there. And in terms of what is the biggest risk to law-abiding citizens of Chicago, 5 dead, 25 wounded in Chicago in weekend shootings. The ages of victims range from 16 to 62. What's a bigger threat to the citizens of Chicago? The random gang violence and carjackings and shootings, or ICE?
ICE, because let's be clear, if you want to actually attack crime rates, you would do that in red cities where crime is on the rise, not in blue ones where it's going down in a lot of places. Look, I live in Chicago. You don't. I can tell you when conservatives describe Chicago as a war zone, that's first off nonsense, but the actual war zone is at that processing center where ICE is committing crimes against humanity, where there are dozens of people in a single cell, where grandmothers and pregnant women are sleeping on concrete, and where people
I just say this respectfully. It's a war zone, though, not because people are standing on the sidewalk with signs. It's because you guys are trying to block federal agents.
I watched a group of people praying, and then ICE shot them with pepper balls. They were literally praying on the sidewalk.
Because there was already a riot there.
No, and there has never been a riot there. When I'm like, you can just say no, but this is what I've experienced. So to the people watching right now, he can say whatever he wants. I have been there, and we deserve better. All of us deserve better.
Yeah, so we're going to stop it right there. I mean, the amount of gaslighting and lying that this woman did in a 5-minute clip is impressive. It is absolutely impressive. Like, these people are able to lie so much and not blink an eye. Like, she just looks so comfortable just sitting there lying. But anyway, they're absolutely frying her in the comment section of this video here. It says, no matter what you say to these people, it's like the scene in Back to the Future. Hello, anybody home? Hello, anybody home? People living in separate universes. There's no argument on basic principles of life here. You can't have discourse when the parties don't have any overlap of perceived reality. That is just well said. Because if we can't agree on the mere fact that, one, there's a difference between illegal and legal immigration, that two, that you shouldn't come into this country illegally, right? They can't even agree on that. Three, that you should not, no matter who you are as an American in America, get in the way of law enforcement agents, right? You can't obstruct justice. So if we can't agree on these simple things, there's really nothing else to discuss, right? Especially creating policies around immigration, because these are the same people that believe that the border should be open. So what policies do these people want? What is the common ground between normal folks that say, hey, we want strict border policies, controlled immigration, to people that say, you know what, anybody can come in. It doesn't matter how they come in. It doesn't matter who they are. They should be able to come in and become citizens. Matter of fact, let's get rid of our borders. Like, how do you come to a common ground with two different ideologies that are completely opposite of each other in two different worlds almost? There is no common ground. So if we can't agree on simple reality, like what she just did was not freedom of speech, but obstruction, how do you have conversations with these people? And it's on video. There's video evidence of her literally getting in front of federal agents' cars and obstructing justice. And she's going to say that she was just existing. Like, there's no common ground on that whatsoever. You just gotta laugh at these people. You just gotta laugh at these people. I mean, I don't know what else to do. You just gotta laugh at these people and mock these people and just shun them from society. They should not be able to. And she's running for Congress. This woman is running for Congress. This is crazy. These are the people that want to make laws for this country. Insane. And there's people that support this. But anyway, I thought this was a fascinating interview, just to show you the stark difference in the worlds that we live in. Like, these people are completely in a different universe, different dimension, different planet, galaxy. They're not living on Earth like we are. I don't believe it. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. Leave your opinions down below. And of course, if you are brand new, consider hitting subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.